positive for a substance called furosemide, which is not a performance.
And ultimately, Robbie decided to drop the appeal. I believe the hearing was going to be held today. I think he decided to drop the appeal in the last few days, and this is the result. He's still
the ruling today by Major League Baseball. After this incident, he'd gotten a strike call earlier in the game, and then from the bench, after that strike call by home plate ump Brian Knight on Monday night, got thrown out of the game for choice words, then came out of the dugout at the end of the game.
And the pitch, and a cutter, strike three called, and now Encarnacion is fuming, and he got tossed out of the game. And now he inadvertently, a pitch that certainly appeared to be outside. Again, a bit of a late call, and now
that was a little curious. And Bautista has a very puzzled look, and I don't blame him. Jim Wolf has put a warning on it.
I don't recall any
curve, and it's a strike. Coco. 0-2 pitch, and then Coco swings at that one. He throws the bat at the umpire, and he is gone.
And he just threw him out. Yeah. And Bob Melvin.
So he flipped the bat, and it may have hit the umpire. It came very close to the umpire. Oh, that hits. It looked like a breaking ball.
Yeah.
Standing around. Look out, folks. This is not a good idea. This is not a good idea. Laureano sprinted toward the duck.
Of course, I'm frustrated. I hurt when the player hurts, and with Caleb, he's frustrated because he's been accused of some wrongdoing that he feels is. That's why I think he wants to appeal this. He wants to be heard, and he wants to get his story out there. So I've continued to provide a safe place for him to come into my office.
He at least got a message though through that punishment.
I hope so. You know, nobody else's opinion really mattered. You know, I think it was all about how I felt and you know, how I handled the situation. So, you know, I don't think it really was about anybody else. Yeah, definitely. You know, it's been nothing but love.
A lot of good work ahead of him. Swing and a miss. Rizzo down on strikes. Good stuff. He has a lot of emotion when he's out there. Now they're hearing it from the Cubs dugout. They've gotten into it with Garrett before, Javi Baez and Garrett.
Set, as opposed to if you're just celebrating and not directing it.
Has a bad start tomorrow. And he gets low, and he hits him, and now CeCe just lost himself $500,000 as he's thrown out of the game. Now the reason I said it cost him $500,000, not about a fine. If he pitched 7 innings.
A lengthy look at second base by Beckett, Angels outfielder Bobby Abreu asked for and was granted time. Moments later, Beckett delivered a fastball high and tight on the lefty. Benches cleared and small shoving matches and fines to Angels skipper Mike Scioscia and players Torrey Hunter and Justin Spire.
Oh, the first pitch away, squirts loose. Castellanos storms home. The shovel, he's safe. And Castellanos right in the face of Woodford, and now the bench is empty. 2 outs, space is empty. Storms home on the pitch off target.
Yeah. The 1-1 pitch. Those are 2 that. Hey, dude. I mean, those are 3. That might be it. He got tossed. Yep. 3 brutal misses.
I mean, that misses.
To respect the game and respect him a little bit more. You want to play the game right, and you know, sometimes these things flare up when there's an exuberant celebration at the plate when a guy hits a base hit. You know, we know Louis well. It's unfortunate.
Alone on the left side, and Kiermaier is hit. We know what has gone on.
He did. Well, he's saying we all know what this is about. We know that it's on purpose. And Baraki's saying, you know what? Here it is. I mean, this.
You can't allow him to stay in the game.
Yeah, Joe West just said you.
1-1 pitch that Puig fouls back.
Up and flat.
Puig and Hundley coming together. Hundley shoves him. Puig returns the ball, and the bench is. It was actually Puig that delivered the prize. Yasiel Puig's been thrown out of the game.
And now Posey gets it, and Straley has been thrown out of the game.
As the crew
crew chief Laz D.
So happy with Nick Marley.
And Nick runs him after boxing a ball in his second at bat in the third.
Tim can't get out there and get in between him so he doesn't bump him again.
Pretty clear. Right? And, I know, coming into this series, whatever happened, with them yesterday, we weren't involved in that. That was clear. He threw the ball behind him. A guy walked 3 or 4 guys all year.
Were you ejected?
Yes, I was thrown out of the game.
And now David Freese ducks out of the way of a fastball, and Neris is thrown out.
And maybe on purpose. David Freese's reaction to that breaking ball.
It has and how we'll do. We've got a couple other guys who can get back there if we have to, but Francisco's going to get his opportunity here soon. Anyhow, what a great job he did last night. I don't think we'll probably give enough credit to come into a game like that.
How would I expect? Yeah. I mean, I've been hit in the head. DJ's been thrown up in the head about 7 times in 6 games. This stuff is behind us.
To explain the whole situation and make
Yasiel Puig and Turner Ward having a conversation. Yasiel not in the starting lineup today. He appealed the suspension while he was waiting for a second ruling, and that second ruling has been made, guys. The 1-game suspension has been rescinded, and he instead will make a charitable donation by agreement of Major League Baseball as well as the Major League.
Tonight, look out. That's just what he did, and he got a swing and a miss from Correa to get out of the inning. Oh, Joe Kelly strutting his way off after an inch more on purpose.
And that clip. Say something, I think, there.
And Donaldson just shoved Diaz away, and he wants a piece.
Doubles and no hit by pitches, so at least not on the field.
For the Pirates.
And that might explain why Clint Hurdle's going to spot the same way.
Yep.
But some others taking umbrage over there in the Brewer dugout. Jason Hayward, first man in from center.
Good arms now. Strike 3. We'll say some things here to Bill Welke. Yeah, he's going to get tossed. Manny Machado is tossed from this game. Ooh, Randy throwing his bat off the backstop.
When you're around the plate, he got that particular.
Maybe the greatest variety of players. Line drive to right field.
Now out of the bullpen, the relief pitchers are all out on the field. Haven't seen anything like this involving the Dodgers this year.
Bill Welke and his crew did a great job, 1 for 1, and you move on, you play baseball.
I was all for the contact back in the day, but
I got to believe that is going to be it. They will wave bye-bye to Hector, bring in Sagua out of the
to umpires and then walking by immediately. That has not happened.
Raised, you're maybe scraping the baseball, or maybe there's something that can scrape the baseball and get extra movement. But
suspended. At first suspended a couple of games, negotiated down to 1 game for Joey Votto based upon the ejection on Saturday.